question mark. See, he always wants to go live before I do. My hair looks crazy. I ain't combed it, done nothing to it yet. Good morning, good morning. Take the glasses off.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
You got some life in there? Are you okay?
Yeah, I got some life. People viewed your video more than 20 times.
That was on Instagram.
On Instagram.
That was the little commercial.
Yeah.
You came up with. That was really nice. That was good.
Yeah.
The little info commercial, whatever, for 40 seconds for our Sunday
37
buffet.
seconds.
Was it 37 seconds?
Yeah.
For our Sunday gospel buffet.
No, it was 47 seconds.
Something like that.
Yeah, 47 seconds.
For with Will McCrae, every fourth Sunday out of Conversation Piece in Concord.
Let's give big ups to Ion for doing
big ups to Ionosphere Pro.
Yeah.
Ion, thank you very, very much. If that was your voice, yeah, you keep using that voice because it's good.
Yeah, he did a voiceover.
He did a voiceover, and then we put together a little short, quick, video commercial just to put out there. So it's on Facebook and it's on Instagram about our Sunday gospel. Twitter too. Oh, I was supposed to put it on Craigslist. But it's not going to happen right now because we have a full weekend, don't we?
Yeah.
We have a full weekend. That's what we got on here. We were talking this morning, trying to remember everywhere we were supposed to be today. And we have a lot going on.
Yeah, you do. I'm a rest. I'm going to go see Beverly Knox, and then I'm a rest, because I got to wake up 5 o'clock, 4:30 Monday morning.
Monday
you got to get prepared for that. I'm a 10-hour shifts, and then tomorrow gonna be. Now tomorrow will be loaded. What's happening downtown?
No, I said you have to take some downtime
on
the weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some downtime because tomorrow I'm gonna be busy with us being the 8 most power couples of the Queen City, in 2 months.
I wasn't even going to announce that.
You wasn't?
I wasn't. I was going to wait till I was going to surprise everybody and wait till we were on that cover or somewhere along the line.
Yeah, but that's too late. That's too far away.
No, that builds anticipation. I kept saying we're going to go for a photo shoot. I was giving little hints, but I wasn't going to give it away.
The 8
most powerful
couples out of the Queen City, baby. I've been here since.
But I want to talk about it for 2 months now, so you can talk about it a little bit. But we're not gonna, because then they're gonna be worn out. Like, oh yeah, we heard about that 50 million times. So
imagine my birthday. My birthday is in 2 months. I thought about that today.
You were gonna hear about the birthday 50 million times.
June 29th. June 29th.
Who's in there? Oh, so good morning. Good morning.
How you doing, girl? How are you doing?
You know what?
Okay, so how you doing? I hope to see you tomorrow with Will McCrae and the WEMJ Productions Ensemble with Nikki Dunn.
That's right. Now you sound like
they get on stage 6 o'clock. Good morning. I want to see you tomorrow. If you're in Charlotte, if you're in Concord, if you're in Salisbury, I need to see you.
All I'm just saying, I think it's going to be a good show. But let's get to the top of this weekend.
Yeah. She has a lot to go on.
Well, listen, I have to be honest. I didn't have a social life before I met you. I really will say that. I went to an occasional festival, an occasional sip and stroll, an occasional, fair. And I would hang out with the girls sometimes at these restaurants occasionally. But since I met you, my inbox, everybody wants me, Judy, would you like to come to this? Judy, we would love it if you could see. People are calling my phone and saying, well, you haven't been here, and we would love your attendance. My attendance? Since when did my attendance mean diddly?
They probably just want to see what type of person you are, dating somebody as crazy as I am.
I'm not married to you now. I'm married to you now. They would be like, let's really check out her mental status. She must not be too old together.
Something going on with that.
We didn't even know they were dating, and she had married him? What?
That woman insane. That woman crazy.
Well, everybody sees the surface of me, which is very, very proper. I was brought up very, very proper. all of those manners. Okay, my mother went to school at a British boarding school and finished her education in England, and then she came here to America, and she was not American. Okay, my daddy was American, my mother was not, and so we had to use the Queen's English, and there was no slang. There wasn't even a cuss word. There was no slang in my mother's house. So what you all see in the beginning, it's not fake. It's just that's how I was taught to meet people.
Your sister, I don't know.
Kim! Woo, woo, woo. Kimberly can attest to this, okay? I'm not lying, right? We knew how to set a table, full service table. I knew how to serve tea and coffee and mix other people's tea and coffee by the time I was middle school. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? She said, I love your mother. You wouldn't have loved to live with her. Let me tell you something. I call her Dragon Lady. You want to talk about British person, like to the core? And some of that's a little rigid. And she could be a little snobby because British thing is about class, about excellence, about elegance, about finesse. And let me tell you something. My brother had a fedora and a old. Okay, fedora and trench coat at 4. I had pearls, white gloves, and those little patent leather Buster Brown shoes and tights until I practically went to high school. Okay, if she could have dressed me that way for the rest of my life, I would have been dressed. I didn't own a pair of jeans. I know we way off subject, but I didn't own a pair of jeans till I was 14 years old, and my aunt had to buy them for me. There goes Kimberly. Well, what you said? I still break out into hives. Thank you. You brought her on this. She says I still break out to.
Hey.
Good morning. Polishing silver. Oh my God. Yes, we did polish silver. We did. Okay.
Remind me of my
Damn. When I watch British television, I completely relate.
You're in the zone too.
I'm sorry. I'm in the zone. You got my sister in a little head wrap this morning. Why he put you on there like that? Are we single, saved, and serious?
Don't mind me.
Got to at least be single, saved, and put together in the morning here.
Well, she answered hell, so she don't know. If she answered right,
you know, she said that's right.
I wasn't quite sure what I was doing.
Wait,
I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. I realized going live, I would have fixed myself up.
You know, Demona, that's Demona, right?
Yeah.
Demona, etiquette was the word I knew before I left elementary school. Okay, etiquette. Woo! She had the little book on what this is how you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to write thank you notes. This is how there was always a right way and a wrong way to do everything. I think including breathing. Okay, there was just a right way, a wrong way to breathe. But it was a little oppressive at the moment. My mom was very, very strict, very, very conservative. Kim, my sister's on here. She could attest, although they can't see her on my thing.
Yeah.
You can't see
her
from the giver page, but you can see her on there. And we were very cultured, but also very sheltered. Okay. So now I met this dude, Mr. Excitement, and my mailbox is full of social calendar engagements. I have to bring out the phone so I can figure out how much time I can spend with each person. I hate to turn down an invitation. And then I feel really bad when I can't stay as long as people would like us to stay. But, I have to thank you for that. You have filled up my social calendar. You know what? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Kimberly, sign out.
Cut it out.
You're going to get silly.
Cut it out.
Sign out. I'll talk to you later.
Cut it out.
What you doing, Kim?
Wait till I get there.
I know, right? I know, right? Charlotte ain't gonna be the same.
Gonna get it, man.
In the same place.
When you coming?
I told you. I think I'm trying for the end of July, beginning of August.
Okay.
Around that time.
Cool.
Yeah, she said, "Lucky girl, enjoy your ride."
She said, "She does." So Demona singing.
Hey, baby.
I am Demona. I actually am. You signing off for Kim? How do you sign?
No, where you want to sign off for Kim?
Okay, because people can't see her on this side.
Well, you can share it.
Oh, Lord.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Kim, don't worry about him. I was saying
done.
Go ahead. Because you know he's going to get silly. But we'll see you down here in July. But
She wants to kick you off, Kim.
Okay.
Your
I'll
big sister wants to kick you off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fix myself up.
She's gonna fix herself
Okay,
up.
fix
I was just
yourself up.
doing my
Come join
devotionals and
me.
having my quiet time.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Demona. Either don't worry, it
I'll
only.
talk to y'all soon.
We'll talk to you later, sweetie pie.
Well, my
Okay,
post is
bye
coming
bye.
up twice. I
She
can't.
says she can see her. Yes, on Brandon's post, you can see her on the Lover and Giver page. I don't have that ability to invite people yet, so you can't see her, but you can see her over there. That was cool. But I do have to thank you for that. I do enjoy the ride, Demona. I think it's great. I get to put into practice all the things that I learned. We're actually holding more events. Now, this is the funny thing. Even as a child that we didn't get out a lot, my mother was a social butterfly. Okay, her closet was put out. We had a whole bunch of boxes that had the shoes labeled, the hats labeled, and the matching handbags labeled. That woman was a fashion plate. Okay, fashion plate. And we were dressed to the nines from the time we were little. Whole fresh new wardrobe every single September. So when we went with her, but you know what? You can imagine at 7, you don't really want to go with your mama. You sure don't want to go at 14, 15, dressed the way she would dress us. She says, I don't know how you could do that. But literally, she said she would love to meet my mom. My mom is gone. I'm so sorry, honey. And I'm telling you, I would love to have met her. You want to talk about a brilliant mind? Went to boarding school at 9 when the entrance age was 12. So she was passed 3 times, not just like 1 or 2 times like we do. 3 times, finished it, lived with the British family, then went away to Cambridge for university, came to America as a young woman, and wore out the financial district in New York. Let me tell you something, wore 'em out, because there was nobody like my mother's mind. Brilliant woman, but brilliant sometimes isn't the easiest to love and be affectionate with, and fun. My dad was the fun one. Okay, my dad was the one to put on the roller skates and go outside and say, let me try these first, and then fall and bust his butt and sit there on the ground laughing with you. That was my dad. So it was kind of even in my home. You know what I'm saying? You had your prim and proper and all the rules, and then you had dad be like, okay, let's run down the street. Let me get on that bicycle. My pink bicycle with streamers. He would get on the bicycle and ride down the street. My dad was a nut. But anyway, that was my childhood. Not a lot of events. Meeting Mr. Excitement. Calendar is full. Calendar is full. And I do love it. I do love it. I get to have a sense of fun like my dad. I get to, show all my social graces like my mom. And we have a lot going on today.
Yeah, you have a lot
Okay,
going on.
okay, wait. The
You
first
have a
event,
lot going
let me
on.
see. First event today is not even on my Facebook. It's with Jasmine Love, and I would have to pull it up because it's something about beauty, books, which is my favorite thing too. Beauty, books, and something else.
Beauty books and
No, I'll turn
a
it around. I'll
bunch of
turn.
women stuff. You know, you
No,
women's.
listen. Faith, beauty, faith, beauty. Wait, where is it?
You gonna show the people your legs, huh?
They can see my legs. Judith Wilson Burks, blah, blah, blah. Faith, beauty. Include your choice of.
Hold on,
Ooh.
I'll let you see it.
Oh, man, and I ate breakfast, and they're talking about French toast. They're talking about food. Enjoy Your Faith Ministries presents Faith, Beauty, and Brunch for the persevering soul fighting to continue their journey in the times of despair. Well, you know what? I don't necessarily think it's a time of despair, but at the same time, I appreciate food. You're going to show them all the towel and every other thing.
Don't lose that British heritage. Blend with your new life.
Can I tell you something?
I'll be there.
I
You gonna
can't,
have me
Demona.
cussing.
I don't think I can't do it even if I tried. Now, it's softened over the
British.
years. I admit, in my 20s, people were like, you're not even from this doggone country. I still had a very strong accent from my mother. She was Caribbean, but it was like Caribbean mixed with British. And I still have aunts who lived in England. So it was extremely proper. I remember when I went to Baltimore, and the people were like, you say your T's, you say your R's. And I'm going, yeah, there are letters in the alphabet. What happened here? So over time, and I've moved further south, it's softened, but people, of course, can say they can still hear the New York in me. I pronounce everything properly.
I
I
don't
love
have
a
no
good
New York.
vocabulary. I love a good setting. That's what I bring to Single, Saved, and Serious. We do not eat in dumps. I need places that are on point. You know what I'm saying? I like
I
places that are
see.
culturally diverse.
Well,
Again,
I
if you don't
see.
get off my
Yes,
stomach,
Lord.
hush,
Jesus.
hush, hush, hush.
Take the wheel. Yeah, go ahead.
But anyway, no, I don't think I could lose it. I just try not to be a snob. Try not to be a snob. I think my mother, she dismissed everybody. She would sniff and walk out the room. It was so British and walk. She wouldn't even say anything to you. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I used to have to school my friends. When you're coming over to meet my mother, please look her in the eye, extend your hand firmly, and say, it is very nice to meet you, Mrs. Wilson. I said, you're going to have to come correct all the time. So I'd like things to be a little bit more fun, a little bit more relaxed, which is why I married this knucklehead. Because whenever I feel like, you know how I've been running the house for the last 2 weeks, everything's got to be perfect, perfect. And he'll come in and be like, kick the shoes in the corner. I'm like, what? She's like, no. Yes, that's true. It's a balance, Demona. And that's something I constantly have to do. You know, messy kids in the house when my living room ought to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Cups of unfinished things. And I'm like, what's going on here? But I'm learning that balance. Keeping that balance is so important. And that's where God is very important to me. Because he keeps saying, no, don't get too high on that horse now. Come on right back down here. Okay, your daddy. Now listen, the big, fine, college, Cambridge educated woman, what did she fall in love with? Farm boy from Pennsylvania. He wore overalls more than he wore suits, okay? But he was a loving person to her. And she would often say, you know, all my friends married lawyers and accountants and presidents of this and presidents of that and government people. And, you know, everybody kind of looked down at her because she fell in love with this farm boy. But he
I wish
loved
I
her.
would have known. I would have cussed them all out.
You know.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you, that farm boy came and took care of her for 35 care of her until her dying day. Never allowed her to go into a nursing home. He said, I didn't marry you to put you in a nursing home. So that taught me right there. All the education in the world, all the fine culture, everything. But sometimes love is very humble. Love comes in a humble package. And you got to have your eyes open to see love. Not worry about, did he go to the same school or did he come from the same set that I came from? Because some evil people will be up in that set. Okay, I'm not saying you can't find, because my mother had brothers and they were excellent. They were in the government and different things like that. Um, in fact, one of my brothers, when Princess Di got married, was invited to the wedding. Okay, so that's how my family in England and in the Caribbean was in the government. But at the same time, look for love, because love is more about that abiding thing than about, okay, you've got the right set of cultural things that I'm looking for. And she married way, her family for the longest time thought, oh, she married beneath her, blah, 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 until they saw that love, which half of them didn't get. Oops, did I say that out loud? She
No,
had
hey,
6 sisters, and half of them didn't get that love. Okay? You got to be careful not to get too wrapped up in the trappings of fine, you know, cultural upbringing, living, breeding. I think it's important, but there's an underlying breeding in this man that he couldn't get from any finishing school out there. No prep school on the planet could give him the character he has.
no, because all of them are trying to kick me out even before I start.
Yeah, you sure did get kicked out. Poor
Hmm.
thing, poor thing.
You know,
But anyway,
you know, I
oh, we were
just
supposed
can't.
to be talking about events. We got to talk
Yeah,
about
because
parenting
you
and
just
raising.
yeah.
I don't know how we connected. It
You know
connected.
why? You know why? Because you're trying to set an example for these women's out here.
Wait. Our
Well,
country, because of our southern accent, what do you think about how Charlotte Tien's talk? First of all, like I said, my dad was from a little itty bitty town called Shippensburg. It's barely on the
you know who
map.
that is, don't you?
Who's that?
That's
Renee.
Renee.
Renee. Oh, okay. Um, it was barely on the map. When we used to go there, they would get excited because, have you been down to the creek? Let's take you down to the creek. And I'd be like, okay, okay. So I kind of, I
They
have
were
city
saying creek.
country. They meant creek, but it was crack.
See, white people, let's go down to the crack. You
It's
know,
crack.
crack. I
And
want to
then
down 45 miles beyond the surface of
but let me
the
tell you
surface
something.
yonder.
I lived
What
in,
the world is a yonder?
okay,
You
yeah,
know,
go up a piece, and hang a line left at the far, and it won't be too much far down yonder. Yeah, that's
yeah,
how they go.
yonder
Listen, I
about
had
two
both
miles,
city.
about 2 miles and 8 perimeters up
No, you
yonder.
don't say perimeter.
What the world?
It'd be a field. Go past the Baker's Field,
Go
and
back
then
Baker's Field
Baker's
up
Field,
yonder.
and then, but see, so I had city and country, okay? And so my daddy outside in the overalls while my mother's inside planning a tea party. I'm serious. This was the craziest childhood that anybody could have. I had it. But it taught me, and I have been told this later on, that I could be in the room with millionaires and I could be in the room with some country people in the afternoon. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm looking for?
I
Integrity.
love rednecks.
Character. Yeah,
Good
I
God,
lived across from
I
rednecks. Them
love
people took care of me
rednecks.
better than half
I
my other
love them.
neighbors. Okay.
Hey Chuck, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm
How
telling
you
you.
doing? You know.
So I had country in the house. Then we moved to Baltimore. Baltimore. You coming down here in Baltimore? Where's your hometown? Where you live? What are you from? I was like, what? Area. What area are you from? And everything had a little cadence to it. So I was slowly coming down here, getting comfortable with my southern accents. But I love it because you know what? Again, I'm looking for integrity. I'm looking for real people. I don't care what your accent is. One of my best friends in middle school was
As
Russian.
long as you ain't from Florence. Down A. What the world is a down A? What y'all doing over there?
Listen,
What? Huh?
listen. New York has
It's
some
over
accents.
there.
New York has some accents.
Where you at?
Listen,
Where you at?
you
No,
go to
where are
you
you
go to
at?
the
Where
Bronx.
you at? Go
We
ahead.
used
I'm
to say,
sorry.
Jennifer and I used to let Billy Bone for the Bronx, for the Bronx. Okay, you depending if you with some Italians, that accent is so thick. If you go out to the island, what she said? Well, that's how it should be.
That's how what should be. That's how.
She talking about going after character, not going after, you know. You could be, my mother found love in a country boy
Don't go
who
messing with
never
a
went to
country boy, with a
college.
country boy,
Okay,
with a country boy.
he never went to
Don't go
college.
messing with a country boy. Don't mess with a country boy. Hillbilly Jim. The
Hillbilly
80s,
Jim.
baby.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Learn to look at a person. Plenty of good heart has been in a pair of overalls, okay? And plenty of evil heart has been in a tuxedo. I've seen it. I worked in corporate America. I went into corporate America by the time I was 18. Them people in them boardrooms used to be cutthroat and nasty. Okay, so it wasn't, you got to look at character. You got to look for character.
Well, if I see a man in a, no, I ain't gonna say that.
I don't
I
say
ain't
that
gonna say
because
that.
it's, but I'm just trying to say, I love people and I love good people. I don't worry about if you're accent. First of all, I just have to figure out what you're saying. We might have a good laugh as you try to keep, people talk so fast,
People talk so fast. What
moving
else they
around in
do?
them subways.
All around the city and stuff. There goes
And
the
now, what
neighborhood.
it was to them, Priscilla said, the people live on top of each other, all on top of each other. I was laughing. I was from New York, honey. I know 7 million people 20, 30 years ago. They had 7 million people. That place is huge and busy. And that's one of the reasons I'm not there. I like a slower lifestyle, to be honest with you. I really do. I
So
really
that's
do.
why you got so much going on today. Because basically
Thank you.
in NY,
Context of your character.
in
Yes, yes.
NY, everything goes on. Even though I ain't been there, I ain't never really been there as an adult to enjoy it. But
Demona said, up the holler. Yes.
up the
Yes,
holler,
the holler. Now, don't even ask me what this means, but I've heard it before. You're going
I
up to the
don't
holler.
going up to the holler. What the? Y'all gonna have me cussing? I'm trying to be good here. I'm trying
Oh,
to
we
be
having fun
good. I
this
know it's the
morning.
weekend.
We
I'm off
having
work.
fun this morning.
I got to be a great Christian today,
You know, brother
and
Hush.
not say what the hell is a holler. But come on, what the
As my
world is
sister
a
said,
holler?
that we're country at heart. We got our heart from our dad. We got our education from our mom, but we got our heart from our dad, and we're country.
Yeah, I can
We're
tell the way
country.
you talking my head. You talking these people head up there.
Kimberly
Ha
still
ha
laughing.
ha.
We're
Oh,
laughing.
ha ha ha. What up, Joseph?
But yes, New York is busy. But again, like I said, I didn't get to that till I went to high school, and then I started having things to do. And then, by the time I had the first marriage and children, I kind of left New York because it was just too busy for family. And that's what I love about the QC. We have culture, we have so many things to do, but it's still family. Family is important.
Well, you know, my family came down here and they want to kill me already. I go to their doorstep, they're gonna pull out some guns. So I don't understand
What's
what's
your
going on
family?
with the family thing here. I don't understand.
He said, "What's good, brother?" I'm trying to look at all the old stuff. People just be talking to us this morning.
That's the Monas. Now she talking about she
I'll
wanted to
turn
meet you.
into Papa in a
Where
second.
you want to read the stuff up? People, Joseph up there came on here all the way from Huntersville, North Mick representing to show me love, and you want to cut everything off and read everything that people are saying. Damona says she wants to meet you, and she will try to be there tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
Kimberly says, "Simmer down now.
Okay,
Simmer down.
I'm sorry.
Simmer down."
I'm sorry.
And what's the name?
That's my sister-in-law, y'all.
He said guns. See, now you're making people afraid. Don't talk about
No, I'm just joking, Renee. Jesus.
He jokes a lot, people.
Jesus.
The thing of it is, it took me a good long
You really
time.
gonna get me beat up now? Oh, Chuck, you done ran your mouth now.
It took me a while to figure out half of what he was saying. He was just joking and having
You
fun.
done scared me now. No, my family they literally, I hope not, don't want to shoot me. Now, they might beat me up and beat the living daylights out of me, but I don't think it's literally like pull out a gun. Even though I would tell you a story about my grandma, but my grandma's no longer here, but she did pull out a butcher knife on me when she had Alzheimer's. Yeah, ran me out the house. Yeah, she had Alzheimer's. We didn't know it though, but she chased me out there.
Well, we're getting back to our day.
Yeah.
Well, at 12 o'clock, I'll be with Jasmine Love of, what is it? What's her show? Praise Rhythm.
Yeah.
She's doing a brunch today. It looks like it's supposed to be very motivational to keep you going through your challenges in life. I think that's great. At 2 o'clock, what do we have? 2 o'clock, Beverly Knox.
Yeah.
Of Brighter Days Ministries. She is so committed.
Cuz Love.
Cuz Love is going to perform, but I was telling them if they don't know about Brighter Days Ministries, Beverly Knox is very committed to one community. She has given 10 years to this community, and she opens up this free food. She brings in books, toys, bicycles, clothes, and she just loves on that Hoskins area community. And I was just so taken with that. It's not a huge organization. She's been running it mostly with friends, family for 10 years and just giving back. And so I've told her that I wanted to come over, and she wanted to do something where she had the children learn some public speaking, which is something that I can do. And I said, we'll work on speech, diction, we'll work on projection, and we'll get these kids being able to recite. Nothing boring. We're going to make it fun. But she has an event from what, 2 to 4?
Yeah.
2 to 4.
Yeah, and Cuz Love under SSS management will be performing, that event. And I got I'm trying to get another surprise going on. Trino was supposed to, but he talking about some BMI. He had to put his picture on the flyer in order to get paid for it, not from Beverly, but from BMI, the business part of it. So, I don't know whether he's going to be there or not. We'll see. Trying to get him to perform that. Pray to God. That's a hit.
He
needs to get,
You're getting on my nerves.
performance.
Trino, if you watch it now, come back. You're getting on my nerves, right? I don't care if you're related to him.
Yeah.
Because you need to be out here a whole heck of a lot more.
Yeah, you need to be performing a whole lot more. People got to,
the community needs to know about
and
you.
everybody ain't got, he gonna cuss me out for it. That's the only person that all my cousins cuss me out and make me cry, I think, but he really makes me cry when he cusses me out.
She said, where something, it's hot outside. I know, Joseph, it's hot. I don't know what we're wearing.
No, he talking about water guns.
Oh, water guns. Don't
Water
get me
guns.
started.
You
Don't
know,
get me started. We'll get some super soakers and go at it.
no, he talking about the. He was trying to fix it up about my cousins with the guns. So he was.
I know.
So Renee was like, "Guns! Oh
Guns?
my God,
What
guns!
kind of family is this?
Family? What type
Judy,
of
run
family
for your
is
life.
that?
Run.
Run, Forrest, run!" And Joseph like, "No water
No water
guns.
guns.
Chill
We,
out.
we
Water
were
guns.
just,
Water guns. Just chill. Water. Yeah, right. Water guns. Shoot." My cousins might pull out a 357 or something. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
Big time.
Joking, okay? Police officers. Judy has talked to a police officer in the neighborhood yesterday, right?
Yes, I did. Oh, that, if you don't know that about me, I'm big on community and connection to my law enforcement because, first of all, I raised two sons with autism, and I was like, oh, you're going to know my sons. Don't you dare pull out a gun on my son. You're going to know who these people are, and these people are going to know you. So we have a national night out coming here, and we will be there.
You'll be there. I won't.
Why not?
I probably got to work.
Well, it's usually on a Saturday. It's usually on a Saturday, national night out, and the police officers and everything. You're too late. You're supposed to be.
I'll tell it. Now, that's why they don't fool with me, because I tell it on them all.
Yeah, they don't tell him anything.
Don't tell me nothing.
But literally, I try to stay close to the CMPD because when you have children with autism, and my young son was 6'5", okay, and if he was going through any kind of an emotional upset, I do not need these police officers thinking my son is dangerous. And so I would introduce him to every single, since they were little, I did that. Every single police officer I could. I would get to know the community liaison. They were like, oh, that's Miss Burks. Yeah, here she go. Yeah, you're going to know my kid because you're not going to assume that my child is part of anything that you need to fear for your life. Okay?
Fear for your life.
We don't, nothing.
Well, if they touch Andrew, Russell, if they even lay hands on him, it's all hell gonna break loose, and I'll put it on social media.
I agree.
Because Andrew and Russell,
but the thing of it
especially Andrew, ain't gonna bother nobody.
You do prevention.
Yeah,
I'm about prevention.
But Andrew ain't gonna bother nobody. No. But so if you touch him, I'm gonna go to you. It's gonna be all hell broke loose if you touch him. Now, Buck even know where he a wild child. He's crazy,
he's very
but
wild.
He ain't gonna,
but let me tell you something.
Gonna bother you.
Same thing.
Yeah, he's not
same
gonna
thing.
Touch
he's gonna go to the national nights out. Take him so he gets to understand, and the police get to see him. They know him. It is important for African American families to be engaged in their local community. Stop worrying about who they are. We were supposed to be talking about events. Do not sit here and worry about who they are and how they have control when you can have the same control. We've been here, 2 weeks? I'm about to join that improvement association. Their next meeting is not till August, though. And then National Night Out. We go into 2 churches to visit and know who our local community churches are. Get involved in your community so then when something happens, you're in the know, okay? Your elected officials will be like, oh, well, let me come over to this group and see what they say. They want to hold some town hall meetings, but, you get into Greer Heights and everybody's like, oh, nothing will happen in Greer Heights. Oh, yes, it is. Very slowly but surely change is coming to Greer Heights. And in about another 5 to 10 years, you won't recognize.
Your people always disrespecting Charlotte legacy. It's Greer Town. This is a legendary neighborhood. It's Greer Town.
Let me tell you something. I learned a little about it yesterday. Went to the community center. They were showing a free movie, Hidden Figures, and I said, I really didn't realize the school in which the community center is housed was built in 1927. There's over 140 years of history. This is one of the original African American neighborhoods in Charlotte, and one of the few that is still predominantly African American and coming back, not based on gentrification, based on the people who love this community, caring for it and partnering with groups to help it grow.
Yeah.
Now, please don't tell me nothing. And let me tell you something else about my mama,
You know
Demona.
what? Let me tell
Oh,
you a
we
little
wrote.
bit of
Go ahead.
history of what I know about Gridtown. See, my mother,
How
since you want
far
to
back?
talk about
No, but yeah,
mothers,
I'm talking
my
about. Go
mother
ahead.
has been taking care of the men on handicap
Yes.
for 30 plus years. She started off
You
at
need that big old country ass.
Metro Center. I think she started in Rock Hill. That's why we moved to Charlotte. That was 1981 to 82. We were in Rock Hill, and she was working in Charlotte, and she was working at Metro Center. And so every weekend she would do the respite care, what they call respite care. And so
Mm-hmm.
Orlando Moorjohn, he couldn't talk or hear. And when he sing, this is how he sing. That's how he literally sing. He used to pick at him a lot. We used to pick at him a lot. But over the years, him and his mother lived in Greertown, right there on Marvin Road in that
Marvin Road.
duplex, on
Mm-hmm.
that duplex. So every weekend we go to Miss Gonzalez's house and pick Orlando up so he could stay the weekend with us.
Wow.
And over the years, that became my mother's godson.
Oh.
Miss Gonzalez at that time had to be like, Mama had to be in her early 30s. Miss Gonzalez was like 50, 60 years old at that time. She passed away. But that's what I know about Grittown. I used to be here every weekend to pick up, well, we used to be here every weekend to pick up Orlando. And when we was in Hidden Valley, and even in Cary Hills, when Orlando would come, she'd also have like 4 or 5 other
Respite care.
respite care
Okay.
people staying. It was like 4 or 5 of them in the house over a 3 bedroom house.
Wow.
And she'd have them. They'd be in wheelchairs. They'd be canes and not able to use the bath. They'd be in Pampers. And my mother would basically take her time and take care of all of them.
Care
She
of them.
always had over the years 3 or 4 jobs.
Wow.
And you think I was the laziest person in the house ever because mama and daddy they were very educated, but they always had like 3 or 4 jobs.
Jobs.
Mama worked at DSS, no, she worked right over here. Oh, what's not Children's Law Center? What is it? She told us the name of it, but
Is it
right
over
over
there?
here on Ellington Drive.
Billingsley?
No, not Billingsley. It was Ellington. It was Ellington. It's right next to the next street over from Billingsley, and she
Mm-hmm.
worked over there. She worked over there for like 15 years,
Wow.
and she did a respite. And she worked at the mall. She worked at Sears and
Mm-hmm.
Belts and stuff like that. She did a lot of stuff over the years, but yeah, that's what I know about Gridtown. Big ups to my man Mackey and my homies, the Mackey brothers and Nuff Said. Nuff Said from this area too.
Yeah. Renee was asking, Gridtown was off the hook back in the day. Yeah, it still exists. It does. But the history goes back before the violence and the killings and things. The history is long, and I'm actually going to really try to understand the whole length of the history. But this is a proud African American community. I'm honored to be here. People say, oh, Greer Heights. No, when you know the history, when you begin to understand the legacy, and legacies always go through hard times, down times, bad times. They always do. But when you've got a legacy of over 100 years, you don't throw that away. You don't, and it does have a lot of developers who've come in, but they've been mindful. I've never seen development slowly changing, slowly. They didn't just build a Starbucks in the corner and become vanilla. They didn't do that. They built some houses that are still economical. I don't think there's a house over there over $200,000. Beautiful houses with porches and gorgeous homes, okay? And they built them economically so that the people who wanted from this community to move just into a house out of an apartment could do so. You don't have developers around the QC doing that. They build these things and want $1,000 for a 1 bedroom, and they put a Starbucks on the corner and something cutesy, and half of these places aren't even built with enough spit to keep them together. I'm sorry. I've seen the reviews. People paying $1,000 and say, hey, why is the veneer peeling off of this and I ain't been here a year? Okay, so you got to look at
That's
the
because they
way.
know people gonna be fool enough to go
Fool
in
enough to,
there.
you put the word luxury on it,
Yeah.
and 50 million people come and don't even know they paid less than what they're paying over here in these houses. These places, this was a 34-unit property called Greerton Square, it's called now, and they gutted it and redid everything in it, okay? And they have some units, I believe, still available. But this is what should be happening across the city. I'm telling you, I believe Greer Heights is going to become a model for other areas because people are looking on how to do this without creating chaos and stupidity. And it's coming back. It is really coming back. I'm waiting for them to put together a community garden. That's my next thing I want to talk to them about. But anyway, we have a fabulous community center.
She always trying to put herself into something. Now talking about, oh, Mr. Excitement, you Mrs. Excitement.
I like to be
and don't
busy.
let them be white. Jesus.
Don't let them be anything.
You'll
Let
be
them
up
be
in there,
Asian.
oh.
Let them be, you know what, you're so silly.
Oh.
Let them be anything.
White people.
What did I tell you? I like culture.
You know I love white people. I love my white
Don't matter
people.
about
We
white
just talked
people.
about them.
It could be anything.
If they black, though, oh yeah, well, I'd love to meet you. We'll
That's
just sit
not
down and talk.
true. Ooh,
But white people, oh.
I'm a pop you in the face for that. I will invite anybody to my house. Don't even say that.
Bring some Ku Klux Klan members over here. I'd love to have a conversation with them on some skinheads or some
I'll go
nuts.
get you some oil and we'll anoint you in the name of Jesus.
I want the KKK.
All that evil come on out of you right now in Jesus'
Negroes.
name. You know, but the people I met.
Go back to Africa. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, right? At least we know what country we're going back to.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, did I say that? But anyway, that's not an easy job. Well, you know, the goal is to create a better QC. The goal is not to have everything regentrified because, you know, people who can drop $1,000 for a 1-bedroom don't care about a community. They just want to get their Starbucks and go about their business. You need people who are going to care about a community, who are going to put down some roots. You know, all the people I met yesterday were not white. They were African American. And then people didn't want me to leave. I told you I got 2 invites to 2 different churches. Come on out. We're having our anniversary tomorrow. We're going to have a fish fry. You know I'm going to show up for fish fry.
Oh,
so,
Terria got the, y'all don't go to Terria Durham's page. She married a Spanish guy, but she has a chicken and fish, what is it, cookout today. Not cookout, but what is it? Fundraiser, chicken and fish like fundraiser.
Y'all QC people like to eat. I will say that much. Good God.
Yeah.
When I moved here and everybody had a gym membership and everybody was out jogging, I was like, boy, these people are healthy. Y'all ain't healthy. Y'all just trying to work off what you ate this morning. I ain't never seen nobody eat so much. But anyway, getting back to the rest of the day, that was, what did we say? The brunch at 12, Beverly Knox at 2. Then there's something called Closet Creatives. This is new. It says, think of something you love. Is it sushi, zip lining, yoga? Have you ever taken a moment to reflect that if you've never tried your current favorite thing, you'd be missing out on something you love? So Closet Creatives, they're going to design an evening that includes spectacular people, more food, delicious food, coupled with an activity that will be sure to engage your senses. Now, this is going to be at Pinkston's Art Gallery. And it's on Facebook. Look up Closet Creatives. It starts at 6 tonight. I'm not going to probably make the whole thing. But that's not bad. That's a nice little new thing. You want to meet new people, do something different. That's going on. Slush Rush. Now, if you don't already know, Cray and I do what?
Drink a little beer. Just a little beer. Hey,
You gotta find a song for everything. Okay, you know, stop it. Anyway, Slush Rush. I don't know if you've heard of Slush Rush. They're like the little frozen, I think daiquiris and all sorts of little frozen adult drinks. They're doing a patio pop-up day party. I don't know how it's day, it starts at 6, but it's still light out. They're going to be at 360 Lounge, which is with our guy Tim.
Tim Degree, baby.
Nicest, oh my goodness, nicest guy who owns a little bar restaurant grill thing. they're going to do a pop-up day party, Slush Rush. That starts at 6. And that's at 70, what is it, 7030? 7030 Smith Corners Boulevard.
70.
So that's something I'll probably stop in and show my face. We haven't seen Tim in how long?
I seen him at the bank the other
You've
day.
seen
You
him,
ain't
I
seen
ain't
no,
seen him in months.
you were there. You just
Oh, I
he
didn't get out
came
the
in the
car.
bank. You ain't get out the car, but
Get out the car.
you was at the bank.
And then,
But literally, I ain't been to 360 probably since we had an event. But
November, November.
yeah. But Tim Degree is like she said, he's very nice, very humble.
Sweet guy.
You don't
Very
find
sweet guy.
you don't find too many. I ain't going to all that, Damona. She going. I'm going to see who I'm going to see, Beverly. You won't put me in the holder. You ain't gonna beat me up when it all goes down because I ain't going to none of that. So, you going, right?
I'm going. He doesn't. And this is the thing. We don't always go to things together. Sometimes we'll split because to represent Single, Saved, and Serious, you know, we have to maximize. So sometimes he'll go to an event. I'll go to a different event, different times.
I'm going to the gym.
But he's going to relax today.
I'm going to the gym. Then I'm going to go see Beverly.
And then you're going to relax.
Then I'm going to relax.
Yeah,
that's all.
Because he needs to.
Out.
But
because tomorrow we got a photo shoot to be one of the best. 1 o'clock. Out of 8. We ain't been married 2 months and we got selected.
Kimberly's still on here. Kimberly, we were selected to be one of the 8 most influential couples in the QC.
Yeah,
and we haven't we've been married just 2 months.
Just 2 months. And
I'm like, wow.
So
I still can't kind of get that.
So we're gonna be in a magazine. Can you imagine Brandon Chuck Brown?
And I want to see who they think we're on par with. I'm like, how do I rate to get up here with? I know those people are going to be powerful, and I'm thinking, how do we rate? We just formed our union.
I think because we came out of nowhere, and you got to understand, like you old, you
Jesus.
you're old.
You know what?
So
I'm gonna pay you no mind. Let me sit up so I can.
You're old. You're old, and so they probably like this woman just as crazy as a bed bug, But
Thank you, Jamona.
the cougar and the cub, you're very
you're the one running around going cougar and the cub. Nobody else says that.
You know what? That's because of you. You know what I mean?
What?
That's because of you. See, you a cougar.
Yes, and I used to call
took
you my
advantage.
Baby cub.
Yeah, you took advantage of a young man's.
I'm young man's.
Young man's that
I just swept you off your feet.
Yeah, you just swept me and took me and nurtured me and spoiled me.
I didn't spoil you. I didn't
yes,
spoil.
You did.
I did not. I don't spoil people.
Yes, you did. So it probably was like, yeah, that's a powerful couple right there. 11 years apart, and they really making an example. We didn't go to the church and get married.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, congrats.
But
Kimberly's a nut.
But we didn't go to the church and
have a big banquet hall.
We just put our clothes on. I had my work clothes on. You had your clothes on, and we went to the courtroom and paid the money. Signed. Went on the computer, filled out the application, and next thing you know, paid like $60 or $70, and got our marriage certificate. And, went to Mackey House and got married. Called up the preacher and got married. So, the story, you really don't find stories like that. Like, everybody got to have a ring and got to shine and got to have some type of shine that they're married. But you got a regular couple who looks like, mother-son. Some look like, some may describe us as mother-son couple or cougar. Yeah, you don't remember that woman last year? I don't like
that mother-son thing.
You don't remember?
That's incest. I don't mind cougar and the cub.
Yeah, but you don't
ain't
remember.
My son.
No, but you don't remember last year when we was in South Carolina and they thought I was your son.
Yeah, because that's how I was wearing that wig with the gray in it.
Yeah, you was.
Guys, I used to wear a wig with a gray in it because I wanted to play with people. I was like, how old do you think I was? I went out to a party one time. No, I went out to a party one time. What happened to your screen? We went out to a party one time, and I had on this little, it's got gray in it. And so, nobody's asking me to dance until I got out on that dance floor. I know how to cut, okay? I know how to cut. After that, all of a sudden, these men were in my face. Oh, I didn't know you could move like that. Yeah, I can move. And why are you judging me because there's some gray in my hair? You think I can't move? I'll dance you off that dance floor, you crazy thing. Anyway, but I'm just saying, I probably had on that wig with
You
the gray
did.
in it.
You did.
I
So,
did. And so people thought
so
I was older based
yeah,
on the hair color.
they thought, you were my grandma,
Mhm.
and and with that wig on, Jesus. But they were like, y'all need to go ahead and tell y'all story, of how y'all present yourselves on social media and out to the world,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's a
I think
blessing.
I think it's also because they knew us, the person whose magazine we're going to be in, they knew us
Yeah,
as we were trying to grow Single, Saved, and
yeah.
Serious. And
Hmm.
so they saw what they thought was just a team member for you. Okay, the two, he's got a great. Remember when John Barnett said you need about 4 Judys, you know? So they saw us like that. Now they see us as a real team, not just okay, she's on his team. They are a team, and I think that's what's making. Because I this came out of nowhere, people. This came out of nowhere. He called me up and said we have been selected. I'm like, for what? With who? I mean, I'm like, how do we rate to get on this list? But I think people have watched what we've done in the last
The
year and a
lover and the
half.
giver.
Yeah,
You know,
last
the
year and a
lover and
half.
the giver bedroom talk. Who comes up with something
I know
like
we
that?
sitting in our
The
bedroom,
lover and the giver. Who
totally
comes up?
unscripted.
Yeah, totally unscripted and
Ain't even a
naked.
list.
And naked.
You know
These
what?
naked Christians. What type of
I got
Christians
clothes
are
on.
these
Don't
people?
ask about
I
me. I
don't
put
think
some
so.
doggone clothes on.
I don't think so. Not the way I'm looking at you. Now they're looking at you from the outside,
You
but
know what?
you
Mr. and
know,
Mrs. SSS. That's
yeah.
another thing. Okay, how many married people run a singles ministry movement? Because we are not about to leave out. Okay, just because we got married, we still got single friends. We still got friends who are like, hey, we're not cutting you off. We're
Priscilla
not
told
telling
me.
you that you can't come over because you're single. That's craziness to me. That's craziness. So even though we got married to each other, we still have an obligation. We still feel led and passionate about people finding their significant other than their life. We still feel passionate about giving single people spaces to feel comfortable. How many times you want to go out your house, but where are you going? Where can I go? Everybody at their house is usually tired.
Oh, I'll tell you where they're going. I'll tell you
Where
where
they
they're
going?
going. Now, hey, I'm critical,
Yes,
but
you can
so
be
is your
critical.
mother. Okay, so
Ooh,
is your mother. So
so he
therefore,
being a parent right now. Go
so
ahead.
so therefore, listen. You're going after work. You're going to I wouldn't. I ain't gonna even put 360 out there, but you're going to
No,
5400. You're going to Press Box, NC
NC
Tavern,
Tavern.
somewhere downtown. You're on
What
Facebook
is it?
Live,
We
and
wind
you're
down
getting crunk.
Wednesdays, thirsty
Yeah,
Thursdays,
yeah.
alive
You're
after
going to get drunk.
5.
So half of them don't even know about. Hadn't even bothered to step foot into what we're doing. Into what we're doing for singles and for married couples. Because they want to do their own thing during the weekend, and anything that got something to do with God, especially in this age and era, they don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, yeah,
So
they just like to go to their 2 hours on Sunday, and then that's the
yeah,
end of
that's as
that.
long as they go to church
2
on
hours on Sunday.
Sunday. They don't
But
want
Simona
nothing
brings
else.
up a good time. She says singles also feel like a third wheel with a group of couples. That's why we do our events. Oh my goodness, the couples are the ones that come to us and say, "Can we come?" And we say yes because we need to see you having a date night. We need to see you having a good time. But we engage our singles to come out. You don't have to worry about pulling down your dress and teetering on some stilettos. You ain't got to worry about, okay, am I dressed the right way as a man? Just put something on and come out. It is always going to be more about who you are than what you exactly look like. That's why we don't do these totally. Remember, somebody says a more upscale Christian lounge experience. We don't do upscale too
Well,
much.
them are people,
But I don't care who they are. They
people
they
now.
tried to steal our line. The
Yeah, but
thing of it
them are
is
people
is
now.
sometimes we can do upscale, But I bet you they're not even listening. We can do upscale, but we don't always want you to worry about what you got on. It is more about who Christ is making in you. And we put our singles first so
No
that they don't
judgment
have to
zone.
feel, no judgment zone. They don't have to feel, oh, there's a whole bunch of couples and I'm feeling like a third wheel. No,
This is
this
what
is a
you.
place for you.
Okay, there are 2 points I want to make.
Go ahead and make your point, baby.
When I was single, I loved to be around married couples, and I loved to be around people that were in relationships because they set an example of where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be around too many. I didn't have an example as far as shacking. I didn't look at them as examples, but as far as married couples and things like that, that's where I wanted to be. So, I learned from them. I experienced a lot from their experiences, so that would teach me whenever I got in that place, that would teach me how to handle certain situations that I might be in when I get in that position. I could look at my cousins on how they handle the situation I'm going through now, and that made me feel a lot better about how I present myself when those situations come. So you really got to look at it like you're not a third wheel. And a lot of married couples like to be around singles as far as trying to
This is true.
trying to set examples for singles because they want you. No married couple wants anybody who wants to be married to stay single. So they try to help you as much as possible. So don't ever feel like you're a third wheel to anything. It's sort of like going out by yourself. If you see one couple, if you're with a couple, that's man and woman, and you by yourself, that's more opportunity for somebody to come up to you and introduce yourself. Or that introduce themselves to you. I'm sorry.
You got it.
So we don't
But see, that's the
we don't, and
environment.
we don't make you feel like a third wheel
That's
when
the
you come to
environment we
us.
set because not everywhere has that environment. We set that environment so that our married couples, engaged couples, you guys are allies. You're showing us the right way. You're supported. Because I asked a married couple yesterday, the pastor and his wife that we met, I said, name me a place, name me a television show, name me a movie where you feel supported as a married person. And nobody could come up with anything because the value of marriage is so diminished in our society today. So when we put singles and couples together, it's not a competition. It's a family.
Especially,
It's a family.
who that bringing churches together, not
Church members, right?
church members and
Churches together.
churches together, all churches, whether they're Presbyterian, whether they
Whatever.
that is putting all of this together.
Together.
Nobody.
Nobody. Yeah.
Churches have become competitive, but with us, we like no more competition, no more. Who do you know that set events all the time, and you don't pay nothing but $5 if we charge, no more than $10 if we charge anything.
Now she's
That's
bringing
set
up
free of
another part. She
what?
says there was only women at the SSS at the party at the doghouse. I think she was talking about
The all red
the
party.
all red holiday party.
Yeah, but and I talked about that yesterday.
It was nice. She said it was
I
nice.
talked about that yesterday. And when I talked about it yesterday on the radio show on Woo Radio, James
Oh yeah, he
Sherman.
did a radio interview
Yeah, I did a
yesterday.
radio interview. With men. Something that got to do with Christ. Especially if they feel a certain type of way, if they don't get the idea of single, saved, and serious, you know, they're not gonna come to it. But you gotta just be consistent. Like a lot of events are so consistent that some men have come just to see basically what it's about and what's going on. So that plays a part in consistency.
Yeah.
The doghouse, the all red party, or whatever party you went to at the doghouse, that's gonna continue, especially the all red holiday party.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming up in December, which ain't too far away. And as they see the annual parties that we throw, they'll start to come.
Start to come. Yeah, this is a new idea, and women, when it comes to singles, anything, we're the early adopters. We're there. We're like, hey, singles, that's me. Let me come on out. The guys are a little bit more cautious. They got to feel that they can be okay. They're not going to be attacked. They're not going to be jumped on. There's a lot of things. I tell people, I said, men are more complicated than women sometimes.
They are.
They just
Men
need.
are starting to act like women. Period.
No, they're starting to be more complicated than women.
That's what I just said.
They're
They
not
act
acting like
women.
women. They're acting worse.
Well, women are, yeah,
Because
worse than women.
we are complicated. Since we're multitaskers, we're complicated. But men, because of, especially African American men, because of so many stressors they got in this world, they're acting worse. It's like, I just need you to stand up and be a man and come on out. But like he said, the more we throw these events, the more we've got now. Sean D in Pride Magazine puts every event we have. We love him for the amount of exposure that he does for us. She goes, oh, worries that three of their women might be there. Well, let me tell you something. We try, now she laughing at that one. We try not to attract the players. We really do. Chuck right here, and this is why I so love that this is not just a woman's movement. Chuck will shut it down. He has already done it. Don't come here trying to play through the field in single saving series. We're not about that. We're about marriage. We're about people connecting with their lifetime partners. So that might be another reason why we don't attract too many men, because you're not being a player up in here. It's a no judgment zone, but don't come here trying to break 50 million hearts up in here. Because I'll tell on you in a heartbeat. Chuck will tell you I off in a heartbeat.
Well, that's why I tell them no sex. No sex,
Yeah, they coming
you can
through.
have a conversation with them, but no sex.
No sex.
Because people end up catching feelings and they end up getting hurt behind those feelings,
And
trying to play the game.
Through,
and don't mess with God's children.
Hello.
Do not mess with God's children. You can come in there with your motive all you want to, but when you mess with God's children, oh boy, that's
better
another
look
story
out.
for you.
You better look out.
You better look out. Because regardless of what motives and you sleeping around with church women or whatever,
yes,
you're going to end up getting exposed messing with God's children. And you might not want to end up getting exposed with who you going to get exposed with, bro. So don't come in there trying to use me. My brother deleted me because he wanted to hook up with the hostess of Single Saved and Serious and got mad because I wasn't playing that game just because you got your own place, just because you got your own card, just because you independent, and all types of stuff like that. You want to come all the way an hour away in order to plot on Mika Shines. Are you crazy and expect me to fill in for that? Are you crazy?
Yes.
No, I ain't got nothing. You talk on your own. I ain't hook you up with nothing. Now, I love them, and you don't know where I stay, so I can talk as much trash as I want to right now, But don't try to use me in order to have some type of hidden agenda.
And see, he started this in April 2015. So we're going on past 2 years. There's not been a scandal or drama or nothing. We don't play. Even when it comes to our venues, we have stopped using some venues. We have increased using others because we want this place to be a good vibe and a good feel. So, it may be that we're not getting a lot of men, because if we got a lot of men out here acting some women ain't coming either. But if they want to act and play the game, don't come to us. Do not come. We don't select, but we hold up a standard. We hold up a standard, which is what, as a Christian, we're supposed to do. Hold up a standard. So, yes, it's not a meat market. It's not a matchmaking. All we do is provide a clean, clear environment and entertainment, so you can get out of the house and have a good time. But if you're coming with an agenda to go through the ranks and go through the sheep and the flock, you're out of your mind. That's not us. That's not us.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get wet because I lit. No, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
No.
Y'all, you ain't get that one.
Yeah, I got it. And we've had some women. We've had some women show up at our events. Remember, we were at Tavern, and them women came in them little short skirts and high heels, and I was like, okay, obviously you
acting like they got it better than
They were
everybody
trying to be
else.
divas. And
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you
trying to be
something.
divas.
Your clothes, again, do not matter to me. It's your character. When I look at you and I come over and smile and you can barely look at me in my face above those long eyelashes, I'm like, lady, look, really?
We are not a church.
We're not a church, but at the same time, I'm looking at your character. You're going to
Yeah, but
carry
you know,
yourself correctly.
some of them go there in high heels and makeup, a bunch of makeup on, and just switching their little tail feathers, and you know, you say hey to them, hey, how you?
Are you
You
crying
know,
again?
no, I'm not crying. I ain't got no reason to cry.
I don't know. Your eyes
But
just like to
hey,
water.
how you doing? And rolling their eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
No, we don't play that, man.
that ain't gonna work with me. Okay,
I don't
again,
play
like I
that.
said, the way my mother has raised me to be about character and class. Okay, there's a lot of beautiful women who are still broken on the inside.
Yeah, but I ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. For
I do.
real, for real.
I do. I guess I feel.
You
I
ain't
guess I
broken,
get like a mother to everybody. I'm like,
but
look
you
at
ain't
here.
broken. I mean,
I'm
you
not
can
broken.
help them, but don't
That's what
come
I'm
at me like
saying.
that, bro. For
That's what
real,
I'm
for
saying.
real.
I get to the point where I'm like, look, sit down and you can take all that guard down because nobody here is interested in the external you. We are interested in the internal,
Don't do
your
that.
soul, your emotions. Where are you so that you can be whole when you meet this person? Not trying to make that person feel something. Shouldn't be nothing to be filled in you other than companionship. Okay, literally. There shouldn't be anything to be filled. And a lot of people are out here seeking partners to fill something that is lacking that only Christ can fill. So we've had people come in.
I feel you, didn't
Huh?
I? I feel you, didn't I? I put a feeling in it.
You know what? Don't be getting TMI on here with the people.
It don't matter. Demona been on here 2 hours.
I
I
know we
done
gotta get
said
up out
any
of
and
here. But I
everything.
know I had one more event I wanted them to talk about.
No, we ain't getting up out of here. I'm
No,
feeling
wait,
good.
you're feeling good? Oh, stop that. Do
Mm-hmm.
not do that.
Demona.
What's in the renovator to asking if you're biting my cheeks? Okay, there's a group. Preach it. She said, preach it. There's a group on Facebook called Christ Centered Living. Look them up. Cool group. And they are having their first meet and greet for Charlotte members tonight at the Cloisters. Now, I haven't been to the Cloisters yet.
Who are they?
This is Tiffany Dunn, the one I told you about.
Tiffany Dunn.
And there's another one. I forgot her name. Good gosh, I forgot her name. But anyway, it's their first meet and greet. Time to go. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie pie. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Yeah, Judy wants you to get off anyway. Don't get a twin. You just as
Quiet.
mean as I don't
I
know
know,
what.
but you know, we get on here to stay here for hours on
Yeah,
end.
because we want to talk to the people
Yeah, but the people
about
got
a
things
bunch
to
of
do,
nothing.
and they're getting started on their
You know,
day.
I like to talk about a bunch of
But
nothing.
hush. At 7:30, they're doing their meet and greet tonight. I don't know if you're going to try to go, but I was going to try to
I'll
go.
go if you want me to go.
Well, because it's single, saved, and serious. I'm in this group, and we're allowed to put our prayer calls in here. We're allowed to put our events in here. That's the other one, Linda Murdaugh. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Linda Murdaugh. But they are doing their event. He started showing. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I try
I'm
to keep
so
him
sorry.
from doing this on the doggone.
I'm so
You know,
sorry.
he thinks that single people need to see us be frisky, and
I'm
I'm like,
so
no.
sorry.
If I was single, I would have turned you off.
Sorry.
You know he ain't sorry.
No, I'm not. But really, I'm not.
But you know, I'm like,
Find you a doll or something and get married.
But
Let me
he's
tell
just
you
so
something.
excited to be married, and
Yeah,
because listen, we were abstinent for. Listen,
Yeah, that's what you get for having me abstinent.
Move
for
over
a minute.
before I
How
fall
about
off the
that?
bed. Listen, we gotta, he don't move so close to me,
Yeah,
about to fall off the doggone bed.
that's what
But
you get.
anyway, we were abstinent
Mm-hmm.
for the majority of our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So of our dating,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, he ain't sorry. He is now
No.
chasing me around the doggone house. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme, and it's a meme of the woman. She's sitting on the side of the bed, and the man is in the air talking about my first night after I'm married. He in the air flying. Kimberly, you remember that thing? And I said, yes, I got one of them. He done chased me. Good thing there's 2 floors, and good thing there's 2 cars, so I can get in my car and run away. But he's just excited. He got a wife.
Yeah, I am, and I'm taking advantage of it every chance I get.
Every chance you
Every chance I get. That's
Listen,
why you're lucky that you're. Our bed Your
I said,
bedroom talk,
you know, we
and then
can't.
y'all be like, "Oh, godly man, huh? Oh, single saved and serious
Single
founder, huh?
saved and
Oh
showing too
yeah,
much.
you're single saved and showing, you know, showing too much, but you know, it's just to a point to where, you know, if you hold somebody uh, to a certain standard for so long, like you hold them to a standard for so long, like you hold them in a cage so long, and next thing you know, after you release them, you
He's
expect
uncaged.
them to still be caged up.
No,
You
I didn't
know,
expect you to
you
be
expect me
caged
to
up,
be
but good
caged
God
up.
Almighty.
Oh yeah, if you want this, you gonna marry me.
I did
Oh,
tell him
okay,
that. I told him,
all
I said,
right.
if you want this on a regular
Oh yeah,
basis,
oh yeah.
because I mean, you
If you
know,
want this thing right here, you gonna marry me.
you're gonna
Oh
marry.
yeah.
We ain't giving this away.
Oh yeah.
We ain't spreading around.
You spreading right now. Everybody gonna see it. Everybody gonna see that spread.
Ain't nobody gonna see no
Everybody,
spread.
I have nothing to hide. It's bedroom talk.
You
The
know,
lover
certain
and the
things
giver.
are, you know, the bed may
Let me
be
see.
undefiled, but it don't mean that we got to show them all. But what I'm just saying is, yes, he's acting like a full-blooded male. No longer has to
Oh, I forgot it.
abstain.
Yeah,
So,
no longer has to hold myself. You know, I encourage you. I encourage you. I know we're Christians.
here we
I know.
go.
I know we're on Facebook. I know we're having fun.
We're
But
having fun, and we're
encourage
gonna get off of
yourself,
here.
man.
We're gonna
Encourage yourself, man.
Oh.
I'm serious.
Are there any
Encourage
men
yourself.
on here?
Yeah, men, encourage yourself.
Anyway, just to let you know,
That grip is everything, brother.
gosh, I think they know what you're talking about. But
No, they
anyway,
don't.
I made
Tell me if you know what I'm talking about.
we had a good breakfast this morning. I made
Yeah, she
this is our
cooked me my first breakfast.
First
She cooked
breakfast.
me my
We've
first
been here about
breakfast.
2 weeks, and we've been
Grits,
just
bacons,
eating
and eggs.
grits, cheesy
I told you,
eggs.
she loves it. Have fun.
Have fun. That's good.
Yeah.
Cheesy eggs, cheesy grits, bacon, and his coffee. He has his coffee, cup of coffee every morning. And
What's Kimberly talking about? What's my meal? My meal.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, that's your sister.
I
She
know, but
gonna
she
cook
might
'em.
be coming up with stuff I don't know. So we had breakfast, and I fixed them a dinner. But I gotta go food shopping. These people eat. Good God Almighty! I'm gonna custom some yogurt and fruit in the morning. And this is a man. I'm a man.
I'm a man.
That's what she's probably the male. That's what she's saying. Male. That's the old saying we used to have with each other. But anyway, we had a good breakfast. We're gonna get started on our day, and tell the people we'll be back. Well, you want to do this every day, so.
Yeah, this is not scripted, people.
Just
And
our
I'm sorry
conversation.
if you
This is
people get
actually how we
mad.
really are.
Yeah, this is bedroom talking how we really are with bed. Nope, we can't get off Tuero's on here. We cannot get off.
Hi,
Tuero
Tuero.
just logged on. My sister Tuero is online. Oh my God.
If you don't move over,
Hey,
I'm
listen.
about to fall out
Go
the
see your little
scene.
brother tomorrow, Will McCray, Tuero. Nobody's playing. I hadn't seen anybody that I went back with, way back with New Beginnings yet. Will McCray will be performing tomorrow, 6 p.m. with the WEMJ Productions. You know, he ensemble. He always brings keyboardists, drummers. I think he's bringing a drummer tomorrow. I think a drummer's coming in with a keyboardist, but he's always bringing like different instruments to the stage. And he's bringing Nikki Dunn.
Hey y'all, Nikki Dunn's coming.
And he's bringing Nikki Dunn. So, you know, just like you go to these jazz concerts to hear, what's my people? Shablikins. For real, you know, come support your people. Come support love, bro, Will McCray, man. Will McCray, you know, you love Will McCray forever. So, you know, you, Tarquin, Dale, Cliff, and you know, what's all the New Beginning family just come through. Bring DJ, bring she got 2 kids now. Tarquin got 2 kids now, right?
You talking to me? I know all these people.
Tarquin is her sister. Tarquin is our sister.
Okay.
You know, we met Tuera way back. I was one of her witnesses when she got married. Me and Katera was her witness when she got married. Me, Katera, and Dale and Tarquin went to go witness her and Cliff because Takwan was like, we ain't playing that. Y'all staying together in my house. Y'all gonna go ahead and tie that knot. And a week or two later, they got married. Her and Cliff got married. You know.
Dale and Dorian.
Yeah, Dale and Dorian. I ain't met Dorian yet, but you know I know Dale. But yeah, Takwan was like, we ain't playing that. They went to the courthouse, got married. We went out to eat. I forgot what that was. We partied the rest of the day. Every time we used to throw parties, all four of them would be there. Cliff would be on the grill. I make Cliff cook every time because Cliff is a chef. Cliff is the most talented dude you could ever meet. That was the guy who Clarence had turned you on to.
See, now this is what they say to you all the time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He loves to tell it.
I'm so sorry. I thought I was telling a story, a testimony of y'all. Y'all gonna make me cry, but anyway, yeah, they good people. You know, Dale, Tarquin, and Cliff and Tuera Tutu. The kids call her Tutu.
Okay.
And I called Tarquin TQ.
Oh, that's cute. That's
Yeah,
cute.
call
Tuera,
her
if you
TQ.
could come out tomorrow, that would
Yeah,
be great.
she gonna come out now. I ain't playing no games.
The entertainment starts at 6. Nikki Dunn is coming out to bless us with those gorgeous pipes of hers. That voice.
She sung 2 songs last week.
Yeah, she was powerful.
So imagine what she's gonna sing tomorrow. They already practiced yesterday. They had rehearsal yesterday. Yeah, they had rehearsal last week.
Cool. They got excited about that. I'm playing it. You know, you're my brother. Yeah, he's a brother for life, but everybody know you can't tell him. Chuck will tell everything. I heard it 50 million times, and I ain't even been in his life more than 2 years. Don't tell Chuck, because Chuck will tell it. Don't tell Chuck, because Chuck will tell it. I'm like, good God Almighty.
I'll tell it.
You'll tell it. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'll tell it now.
You're the town crier. That's what you are.
Old schooler told me, tell on everybody else but yourself. And you know, if anybody know, if I tell on myself, what you think I'll do to you?
He does tell on himself too.
If I tell on myself, what do you think I'll do to you?
But we do have to get going because I'm not going to be late. It's 10:30 already.
It could be 10:30. It could be 11. We got to talk to the people, man. I just want to. All I'm going to do is go to the gym, hold you hostage as much as I can. I mean, Jasmine, come on now. You know I love you, but jeez, man. Why can't I be there, man?
She hasn't had an event in a while, so, you know, I had to go support her.
No, you can, but I don't.
And then Beverly. And then Slush Rush.
You know,
and then...
Yeah, Jasmine always
we got
supports.
What is that, 5
Jasmine
events?
and Beverly always finds a way to support when they can support.
Let me see. 1, 2. It's about 5 events today. 2 events. 3 events
Beverly
tomorrow.
Knox and Jasmine Love. Man, do you know I've been on 6 radio shows?
You have been. You've been on a roll.
I've been on a roll, man, and that was the best radio show, Woo Radio. When I tag y'all to it, that was the best radio show ever. And Jeffrey Knox is a beast. Yeah, Jeffrey Knox is a beast on the radio. But yesterday, that was real, like that was real personal. And man, I loved every bit of it.
So you gotta go to the gym. Well, we are trying to get you started on your day, but you know he gets to talking, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, you're the one who started. Y'all didn't know this yesterday. When I said when she talked, you wasn't even talking about your plans. You was talking about your parents. And what I did, what I used to do when she used to be on the phone with us, y'all. What I do is I told you yesterday. I told them they ain't on the same people wasn't on here. So what I do is, while she start talking and she go in the zone, I go take a shower, I'd iron my clothes, and she just still talking. She's still talking. I go upstairs and downstairs. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, yeah, okay, I hear you. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. And she just be talking and talking and talking. Then next thing you know, when I finish everything, I was. I swear, you could tell when I was doing everything else but listening, right? Yeah, everything else. You just are talking and talking and talking, and I was like, yeah, all right.
That's okay. I need
all
my
right
friends.
Now, I hear you.
Because he don't want to hear my voice too much.
I
so
do. You're so sweet, girl.
Slush Rush, yes, Kimberly. look them up on Facebook, Slush Rush. It's all adult beverages, but all nice, icy and cold, good stuff for the summertime. They're doing a
Oh,
pop up
you
party.
encouraging the Christians to get drunk, huh?
I'm not.
Me
No,
and Tuera used to get sit in, daddy. We be hiding.
you need to
Tuera,
stop.
Tuera
First
don't
of all,
drink no
I
more,
would
but
never encourage
Me
anybody
and
to be
Tuera used to go
drunk.
to the liquor store, the ABC store, 4th of July coming up. She's a minister now, y'all. So, but
That's not the point. If you let me,
I can tell all. She say I can tell it,
yes,
so
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell
tell
all that business.
her.
See what you say? You better tell someone that don't know, Chuck. We all drink responsibly. We're not people to get drunk, but we believe that you can drink responsibly and not. I was trying to explain it to Bunny, our little daughter, yesterday, and she says, "You're having a beer, or that person is drinking." I said, "You know what? If you ate too much food, would that be healthy for you?" And she said, "No." I said, "The same thing with alcohol. There's an amount you can have, and then there's an amount that's too much. And it's for each person to find out what that is for them. So if you ate a whole box, because she loves her some oatmeal. If you ate the whole box of oatmeal, that wouldn't be healthy for you. But if you have a bowl of oatmeal, that's fine. I said that's
Let's
how
get
we
over here.
approach
Let's get over here
alcohol.
so I
Yeah,
can
'cause
charge
you're
my
about
phone.
to.
We're coming to you. I'm gonna charge my phone.
Yes,
We're right
on the
here.
phone, people.
Yeah, my phone's going dead because of
That
you
should be our
people.
time anyway. When your phone's
Here,
dying,
you
oh,
come over
Jesus.
here and talk to the people.
I'm trying to. They can't see me. Can you see me, people?
Yeah, they
Okay.
can see you right now.
Oh,
Yes, Lord.
mercy.
Don't you love
Anyway,
this?
no, they don't love it. We look at silly.
No, this is yeah. Tell us how
Anyway,
you comment
we
on this position right
just
here.
sure called the bedroom talk for nothing. Wow.
Yeah,
Post it. What did she say? I can't see. Post the what?
post the events.
Okay, I will post the events and tag everybody who's in this thing, and you can see all the different things. 5 today, probably 3 tomorrow, and we just like to stay busy. But I'm going to let you get some rest and go to the gym and all those other nice things.
I'm talking about who runs the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She talking about who runs my. Oh, she's being defensive. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I was just messing. That's all.
You know what? I don't pay him any mind. I had to learn it it took me a while. He was always offending me. I was like, "What do you say that for? Why would you say that to me? What kind of person are you?" He's got the craziest sense of humor, and he'll say all sorts of stuff and don't mean 90% of it. So I don't pay him any mind.
Yeah, I have to tell her I was teasing because once you get in a zone, it's over. Good God Almighty. And people just
Kimberly,
be trying to talk.
He got a piece
Mama.
of the
I
Wilson
remember
wrap.
Mama be
Okay?
like, Judy, Judy, and she still yada 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 yada
He got
yada
a
yada
piece.
yada yada yada
He
yada
didn't even get it
yada
all.
yada 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 yada. Oh, I ain't worried about it now. I can run right out the house now. Yeah, I ain't got to stick on the phone. See, if I hung up the phone, I'd be rude. I'd be rude, right? But if I just run out the house or something like that, I wouldn't be as rude. I'd be running.
You know what, you silly.
So you could be in a zone all you want to.
He got a little bit of that wrath. He know better now.
No, you ain't. I'm not offended.
Yes, she's not offended. But he used to offend me, Kimberly, and I'd be like, "What? What? Who, do you know who you're talking about? Oh, well, you don't like it. You can go somewhere. You can keep it moving. Next, step down." So now.
You be yada yada yada, and I run straight out there, underwear and all. If I'm in my underwear, I'm running. I'm gone in my silk tank top and my boxers. People would be like, "Oh, that man crazy.
Yeah,
that man out there. Let me call the police."
He's sitting right there anyway. So
okay.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, that'd be an automatic lockup right there. Oh yeah, time to lock him up. Time to get him.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, but we just like to have funs. That's all. We just have funs, and she got a taste of the excitement and didn't want to let go of the excitement.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I just
Where's
get in
my
this zone and I
violin?
just want to fuss and just sing the sad song of when you people wasn't paying me no attention, and she slipped right in and said, "Oh, too late now. I got you now, brother."
Yeah, I got him.
You got me, and she got a taste of the excitement with you people. You people didn't want no part of it. You thought I was a lunatic. That's just like when I was in school, and nobody in school would date me because they thought I was crazy. I remember one time I was talking to this girl. I said, "Can we?"
Look at on her left. She laughing at you so hard.
I said, I said, I was talking to this girl. I was talking to him, and I was like, "Can we go out on a date?" She said, "No." I said, "Why?" "'Cause you crazy." I said, "Good God Almighty!"
She didn't even take a breath.
Couldn't even take one breath. You just crazy. Ain't nobody ain't want to talk to you. I couldn't find me one girlfriend I ever went to school with. Yeah, I did. I had Renee. Renee's my Facebook friend, but that was 2 weeks because it was an interracial dating at a private school. That was about a week. And them white people cut it short, real short right there. Huh? Slobbering. You know they used to call me sloppy. Slobber.
You sure
Slobbering.
are. I'm like, come on now, because you're talking too doggone much. And you're talking too much. Time to go, people.
It's the lover and the giver.
Time to go.
Someone on here, baby. See, people come on here and you just ready to go. You're so, oh yeah, y'all just love Judy. Judy's so sociable, isn't she? Judy's
because
so
we've been on here for an hour. It's going to be the lover in a minute. Giver going to go take a shower.
The giver going to go take a shower. Mm-hmm. Can I join you?
The lover can come and join the giver if he.
We about to take a shower.
Finish.
We about to take a shower right now.
We're about to take a shower.
Yeah.
And get ready for our day.
Do y'all want to see us shower?
No. I don't even want to see a shower. I'm going to close my eyes.
Contradicting.
Close the eyes the whole
crazy
time.
Christians, huh? These some crazy Christians.
Tell people what's our line.
But she going to all of those events. I can't encourage you to go to Slush Rush. Which one are you going to now? You going to the Slush Rush or you going to that church gathering?
Honey, I'm going to every last one of them. I'll take the Slush Rush over to the church gathering.
And then you'll be complaining about some gas money. Then she gonna be complaining about gas.
She said,
tomorrow.
"Post the events." Now, come on, now, people are ready to. Get
okay, you know she gonna post the events. You ain't got. You on our SSS?
We love you.
You on our SSS? Hold on.
What?
You on our SSS community page?
Kingdom Group.
Join our SSS community Kingdom Group. The moment where Judy will post all of that. I told her to post them on her personal page too.
I will post
and post it on my personal page. I ain't gonna do too much today. I'm not doing too much today. I'm chilling
with me, but I'll be
I'm chilling. Yeah, she'll be out. But hopefully y'all get together and y'all take pictures and and do Facebook Lives and stuff like that. But I'm gonna relax. I ain't messing with y'all.
Love you too, sweetie pie.
Oh, Kim, you love me. Do you love me? Yeah. You ever hear me and Buddy sing that song? Do you love me? Yeah. How much? A lot. Bunny would be like, I'd be like, do you love me? And then Bunny would be like, yeah. How much? And then I'd be like, how much? And she'll say, a lot. Do you love me? Yeah. How much?
Goodness.
A lot. We love you, but God loves you.